Hey everybody, it's Peter Henry Anderson from Cisco Meraki, aka Mr. Meraki, bringing a new video on APIs, how to get started. It's a really basic video on how to collect things using API calls in Postman, and how to create and how to delete. So you can get the basic essentials of using APIs and advance from there. Here we are at the ciscomeraki.io webpage, Cisco Meraki DevNet Developer Hub. And if we go into docs, you can see getting started. There's dashboard APIs, webhooks, captive portal, location services, which is the scanning API utilized from the Cisco Meraki access points. And MB Sense is the API used with the smart cameras contacting the MQTT broker. And I've seen a lot of cool stuff being created there. So really check that one out. If we're going to getting started, you can see the Cisco Meraki one-on-one video. Take a look at that, and I'm just going to hover down slightly and you can see how you're going to get hands-on using basic API calls, and you can advance from there. So we need a variable when we go into Postman and create our environment, and we're going to go into this Meraki dashboard into your profile, and we're going to create an API key, which is shown here. So if I hover down, we can continue to the full tutorial. And you can see we've created these 8 modules, and you basically go through them step by step at your own pace. I'm going to show you really quick how it's done. So now when you're going to jump into my Cisco Meraki dashboard, and you can see all my networks are listed here. We go to the top right, hit your email, go into my profile, and we're going to go down, and you can see I've created 2 API keys, which I've just accessed recently because I did some testing. You're going to do the same. Copy that API key. You're going to go into Postman, and you're going to go up to this tab, and you're going to go in and create an environment. You will create an environment by hitting the gear, and we're just going to jump into this Cisco Meraki API, and you put in the Cisco Meraki API key variable. If we're going to put in your API key from the dashboard here and here, and update, and now you're basically ready to go and contact the Cisco Meraki dashboard, your account, to get your information which you have in your Cisco Meraki dashboard. So before we do that, I'm just going to show you how fast we develop APIs in Cisco Meraki. It's really amazing, and it's really fast. I've been monitoring this since January 2018, and we had about 100 API requests that can be done, calls. So here you can see network, we have get, put commands, post, delete commands, and it's basically how you create, update, and delete a network into your dashboard. So October, hang on a second. Yeah, there it was. So October 2018, we have produced 50% more API calls customers can utilize. I just pulled a list yesterday. So at about now 2020 January, we have 332 API calls we can utilize into the Cisco Meraki dashboard, which is amazing pace we've done here, and it just goes to show the fastness of the growth of Cisco Meraki. So jump on the API train, you will not be disappointed, and we'll take you into the API world of coolness. For this session, I've created 8 requests. So we have a lot of get commands, a post, delete, and a put. So I'm going to create and I'm going to delete the network, and you can take it from there. And then you have the basics. So first I want to get my organization number so I can contact my organization, and you utilize this command. So it's a get command, and we have this URL string. So dashboard meraki.com API v0 organization. If I hit send, it's going to take the API key, go to this URL, and it's going to say I have this API key, and the dashboard's going to say that's really cool because that matches mine, and I'm going to let you in, and I'm going to show you all the organizations that are bound to that API key. And I have a lot, so I'm not going to do that because that is for me only, but I know my own number for my testing labs. So we're just going to shut that one down, and we're going to go into networks. So list networks in my organization. So my organization number is this number, and I got that from pulling that list. So if we put in this get command dashboard.meraki API v0 organization, organization number / networks and the right API key and hit send, it's going to contact the dashboard and say, give me the networks in that organization. And the dashboard says, of course. So we got a status 200. It's okay. It took under 1,000 milliseconds and was about 4 kilobytes of data. So it doesn't really use that much data in the dashboard using the sharding technology, which Sanjit used to create the Cisco Meraki dashboard engine, which is amazing in itself. So now, okay, we have a network ID and we have an organization ID. So the ID is for the network, called Meraki Grid Skyport Legacy, and the organization ID is going to be the same for each network because it's in the organization, but they're going to have different IDs for the network. So if I go down this list, it's actually going to match up 100% with view all networks in my Cisco Meraki dashboard. There we go. So here we have the Skyport Legacy. So now we're going to create a network and it will hopefully be created in the dashboard automatically. So if we go to post, you can see I have a post command, https:/n57.meraki.com. N57 is really important. So if you go to your dashboard and you go to the URL, you can see you have an N and a number, 200 something or below 100. Let's say you're in the US or in Europe. That number defines which data center you're on and which shard your account resides on, which UCS Blade server your account is on. So mine is N57, which is in Frankfurt. So I have shard N57, which is one of the earlier ones. So we're going to jump back to Postman, put N57 in, and we're going to put in my organization number so now it knows exactly to contact that server shard in Frankfurt, N57, and pull up that organization and create a network inside. And I have the right API key, of course. So we're going to body, and this is actually where we type in what our network is going to be named and which time zone, and I want a tag, and it's going to be a wireless network. I just put in 123 so you can basically see that it will create something I typed. And now we're just going to hit send. And we get a command back, 201 created. It took 1600 milliseconds. And now we will go into the dashboard and refresh the browser. And you will see API 123, test home, and a tag, and a wireless network has been created. So if I go back to the networking list, and you can see we're in the bottom, it's not there. Then we're just going to do a send command again to get an update. We're going to go into the bottom, and you can see that API 123 test home is there, and it has a network ID. So now I want to delete it. So I put in a delete command. And we're basically just going to put in the network ID of the new API test 123, and we have the right API key, and we're going to do a send. And basically now we're giving a command to the dashboard saying, please delete that network. And we get a status 204, and it took almost 2000 milliseconds. And if we go back to the dashboard and refresh the browser, it's going to be gone. There you go. Please bear in mind when you delete networks using APIs, it's going to do it. It's just going to do it. You're not going to get a second chance. Like we give you a second chance in the dashboard. Let's say I push this network, give it a check mark, and I say delete. Then it's actually going to say, "Are you sure you're going to do that?" Yes, I'm sure, and I hit delete. When you use APIs, you don't get any second chance. It basically just does it. Thanks for watching. Get going with the APIs. You're going to have an amazing time. See you next. Bye.